meeting of the Danvers School Committee. This is David Thompson, Chair of the committee, and I'd be looking for a motion to move into executive session.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we enter executive session for the purpose of discussing teacher negotiations.
Second.
Second.
We have a
Roll
motion,
call.
and I believe we need a roll call vote, Diane?
Dave Thompson,
Yes.
Eric Crane,
Yes.
Jeff Kay,
Yes.
Arthur Skarmas,
Yes.
Mary Beth Berry.
Yes.
Great. We will return after executive session. to this special school committee meeting on February 23rd. At this time, I'd be looking for a motion regarding our memorandum of agreement.
Yeah, I move that we approve and ratify the memorandum of agreement proposed between the school committee and the Danvers Teachers Association.
Second.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Eric, would you be able to provide some information regarding the memorandum?
Sure. As many people know, back in, I believe it was October, we were faced with a decision where the Danvers was moved into what was, according to the governor's metrics, the red category. And under our previous memorandum of agreement, because Danvers was in the red and because over, I believe it was 75% of the teachers in the community here teaching in Danvers lived in communities that were also in the red, the memorandum of agreement may have called for us to move into full remote learning. However, at about the same time this happened, the governor, the state, changed the real meaning of what it meant to be yellow or red or green. And it was no longer, from the governor's standpoint, a hard stop as to whether you were in remote or hybrid. This led to a grievance and a complaint of unfair labor practices filed against the school committee by the Danvers Teachers Association. And as part of that process, we then entered into negotiations to see if we could resolve this agreement, short of going through a long arbitration process or hearing process. And with both sides working very hard, we have ultimately reached an agreement that I believe the teachers ratified today, and that we are proposing that we as a school committee ratify tonight. The basic specifics are that we are going to provide free testing for the teachers, any staff members or teachers who wish to avail themselves of it, weekly through April vacation. And then there'll be testing offered once in May and once in June. The hope is that by the time we reach the May-June timeframe, that our teachers will be able to be vaccinated. We're hoping all teachers in the state will be able to be vaccinated. And it certainly would be good if the governor moved up the timeframe for all teachers. But in any event, it's our hope that that we'll be able to provide, by providing this testing, that this will give the teachers some security that they are safe, that they remain safe. We can identify any staff members or teachers who might be asymptomatic, and it will just give some confidence and security to the teachers that they are in a safe environment. And I think that's really, in the long run, what they were looking for, and certainly what we want to provide. So that's what essentially that's what the memorandum of understanding provides for. It also provides for the fact that we won't be looking at particularly hard numbers or metrics as to whether we needed to change the education model, but we'll be looking at a variety of circumstances as to whether we would ever change the education model based on a need to change it. Specifically, nothing in this agreement affects any time frame as to when we might bring more students back or when we might bring people back full-time. That's not what this agreement is about. This agreement is limited to the issues that were raised in the complaint or grievance that we have resolved. We do think it works for everybody. We're very glad that the teachers as a union have agreed and ratified this today. And I hope that this committee will agree to ratify as well. So that's kind of the story. Arthur, I don't know if you have anything to add.
I think you've covered it completely. I would agree with that, what you said.
Thank you. So that's it, Mr. Chairman, from my end.
Great, thank you, Eric, and thank you to both Eric and Arthur for serving on the negotiation committee and spending all the extra time working through this process with the PTA. It's greatly appreciated. Any other questions or comments from the committee before we move to a vote? Okay, since we are meeting remotely, we need to do a roll call vote for this. So Diane, take it away.
Dave Thompson,
Yes.
Eric Crane,
Yes.
Jeff Kay,
Yes.
Arthur Scarmus,
yes,
Mary Beth Berry.
Yes.
So the motion passes and the agreement is approved.
The only thing I would add, Mr. Chairman, is to thank the Teachers Association for the spirit that was exhibited in the collective bargaining. And we know they're all working hard and the teachers are putting in a lot of hours. And it's not easy to be trying to teach in several different methods. And there's a lot of stress involved, and we know they're working hard for the student and for the parents. Just know that the teachers are really working hard. We know everybody wants to get back as soon as possible in some way, shape, or form, and just continue to look for the future to come.
Well said. I can't imagine a more difficult time to be an educator. So thanks for mentioning that, Eric. Any other?
And I was just going to say this information will be posted on the Danvers Public Schools website starting tomorrow. So if folks want to read it further, that's where they can find it.
Good point, Mary Beth. Thank you. All right, if there is nothing else, we'd like to see another motion.
motion to adjourn,
Second?
The motion and a second to adjourn. Diane, could you do a roll call?
Dave Thompson,
Yes.
Eric Crane,
Yes.
Jeff Kay,
Yes.
Arthur Scarmus,
yes.
Mary Beth Berry.
Yes.
Great. This special meeting is officially adjourned.